What's going on, OrbisX family? All right, so we have an update for you here where you can add temporary staff unavailability. So short-term type of unavailability. There's obviously options to add, let's say, an entire day off or vacation or sick days, things like that. But sometimes you just need something where it's an hour or 2 hours or something like that. This is where the short-term unavailability can come in handy, and it will automatically add to your calendar and display it for you to see. So I've put some tests that you can see there, and then I'll go to the main calendar, and if I click here, you'll also see it displays them in the list. Now it only display this for the admins and the office managers because they're usually the ones managing the schedules, and you don't necessarily want your other staff to have too much clutter on their screen, but also maybe they don't need to see that, Sean has a doctor's appointment or something like that, right? So it's going to keep them focused on just the jobs that they have to do, so they can do the work and you can focus on the scheduling and the bookings and so on and so forth. So how do you do this? So first off, a few places. From the actual calendar that we're at right now, I can scroll down and go to staff schedules, and here's where I can put in my hours for somebody. So here's my account, for example. So you can go and you can set the hours that they work. From there, you can also do, is this a day off, or label as unavailable. But that's if you want the whole day unavailable. But then you also have time off. So this would be, they have a dentist appointment or something like that. You can simply click and you'll be able to add short-term unavailability. So you would choose the date, it pre-fills to the current date, and then it'll pre-fill for you as well and add an hour. But you can change that to whatever, maybe this happens to be at 12:45 and it's going until 3:45, let's say 3 hour appointment of some sort. You can add some notes and then simply click add time off. It'll then update that in the list here. You don't even have to put notes, so I could just click and then boom, it just added it in. So we have September 2nd, 12:45 to 3:45 added in there, and then it's got the other ones that I've put in as a test. And from the same screen, you can also delete, so we just deleted that record that we just added. So you can manage all of that there. And this will also impact your booking form settings if it's set to use a staff member schedule, which I'll get to in a moment. I just want to cover where else you can, make these changes too. So I'll close this one. So the change, of course, at the bottom of the calendar in the staff schedule section. But then let's say you prefer the week view, for example. I'll go to the week view and let's scroll to the week that I put in those tests. So here's where you can see the tests. So I've got, one on a day with no events, and then I've got one on a day with events, and it'll organize it based on the time. So this event starts at 9. Oops, this event starts at 9, this one, then time off 10 to 12, but starting at 10, and then this one 10:30, and then 11:30. So it goes, in order based on the start times. So that'll show up there. But from this page, you can also scroll down, and in the staff schedule section, you can also do the time off thing here as well. So the third place that you can do that is under admin booking form settings. And we will scroll down to staff schedules, and in staff schedules I will click on my profile and you can see some test entries. So here, for example, on the 14th, actually, because my schedule is not set that early, let's set a different day here. So let's say the 19th, or actually the 5th. No, the 5th is going to show up as a holiday. So we'll do the 7th, and let's say unavailable between 10 a.m. and 11. So we'll go 10 and 11, and we'll just say dentist, whatever. It doesn't have to even have one, but okay. So there we go. On the 7th from 10 to 11, Sean is now busy. And then if we go, because I set myself up on brake dust removal, if we go here and select brake dust removal, it's a 30-minute service. And then we scroll down, skip all the options for now. So on the 7th, we can see I'm available, technically working from 9 to 5. And so 5 doesn't show because I'm supposed to be on my way out of the shop. So 4:30 would be the last appointment for a 30-minute service. So basically what we have is we have 9 a.m. all the way through to 12, 12:30, 1, keeps going the whole day. But what's missing here is from 10 o'clock until 11, basically. So because from 9:30 they have an appointment, but then 10 o'clock no appointment, and then 11 no appointment as well. And that's because we set that as not being available. So we have 9, 9:30 as options, and then 11:30. Now, if I go back, let's go back here and modify the time off. So we can see that was from 10 to 11. So let's say we get rid of that now. So now on the 7th, we should see an option for 10 o'clock and 10:30. So let's go back and we will click brake dust removal again. And we'll scroll down. And now on the 7th, we see 10 o'clock and 10:30 as being available options. Because I have deleted that entry now. So that's where it's pretty cool. You can break up a day like that. If it's just a short-term unavailability, you can now add that in pretty easily in several places throughout the system. So once again, to go over where those places are, we'll go back here. So on the booking form settings, we scroll down to staff schedules, and that's in the schedules and dates section. So staff schedules, and then here's where you can click on time off, and then you can add those time off entries for short-term unavailability. And you can also do that from the calendar itself by scrolling down, and you'll see staff schedules. You can do it there as well. And once again, if we click on the actual schedule, it'll show us what times are off. I deleted one of these entries already. So that's great. And then now if I go to the week view, for example, and scroll to the week where I have them, there we go. So you can see we've got some time off entries here as well. So anyways, really, really simple stuff, but super powerful for managing your schedules. Good luck, guys. Happy scheduling, and hopefully employees don't take too much time off.